All right, so we're working with system of equations, and the easiest way to explain this is we have two lines, and we want to find out when they are equal to each other. And they are equal wherever they intersect, right? So we're looking for the intercept of two lines. In this case, it's wherever they're going to go ahead and cross and they touch. So what we're going to do is put a dot, and these two lines are equal at that point. So from the 0, I'm going to go to 3, up 3. The answer is going to be 3, comma 3. And that's it. All we have to do is find out where they touch. Now, in some questions, we have parallel lines. I think that's how you spell parallel. Parallels do not touch, or they don't cross, right? When this happens, that means that there's no place where they're equal. So we're going to say no solution. Right? If they're parallel, put no solution. And then we'll get something a little bit easier. So here the dot is already provided for us. So this is going to be 2, 3. So my answer is 2, comma 3. That's it. Just make the dot a little bit bigger so we can see where they cross. And on this one, there is a line. So this is a x equals line, -3. Okay, just to let you know, that is an x equals line whenever it's going up and down, okay? So where are they crossing? They're crossing at this point right here. This is my other line right here. So this is going to be -3, -1. So my answer is -3, comma, -1. You don't have to worry about this part. I'm just letting y'all know that x equals lines go up and down. That's it. All right. My answer is still wherever they touch. So on the back here, we have to go ahead and graph them ourselves and then find out where to put them. All right. So for example, for the first one, my slope is 4, and my y-intercept is going to be +3. The problem is I want to make this a fraction, so you put a 1 under it. And according to my rise over run, this is a positive, it goes up, and the 1 always goes to the right. So let's start at +3, put a dot. Now, can I go up 4 over 1? I cannot, because I don't have enough. So we have to do the reverse. So the reverse is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and then 1 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and 1 to the left. And now we can go ahead and make our line. Let's get something straight here. So we're done with the first one. Check. On the second one, we have a negative x. So everyone put a 1 right here. Right? So my slope is going to be -1, and my y-intercept, if it's a -2, it's going to be -2. So I know that I need to start this line at -2. Now again, this is a whole number. Let's put a 1 under. -1, that goes down. +1 goes to the right. So I'm going to go down to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. That's my pattern. Let's do the reverse. The reverse is up and then to the left, up and to the left, up to the left. And you should be able to see this pattern here. Just going to connect them. And if you noticed, this dot is on both of them, so this is my answer. The answer is going to be from the 0, I have to go -1 and -1. That's my coordinate. -1 and -1 is my answer. All right. Now again, we have an x equals line. X equals lines go up and down. So that means that on the 4, x equals is going to be going just a straight line. So we like x equals or y equals. Y equals goes left and right. X equals goes up and down. Okay, so we go to the 4 because it says 4, and then we just draw a line going up and down. So my slope is 2. My y-intercept is -3 because this is a minus. So I'm going to put here -3. Now I need to put a 1 under it. The 2 is positive, so it goes up. The 1 always goes to the right. So from here, go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. All right, so we have our lines. So if you notice, this point is where they touch. So this is going to be 4, positive 5. That's my answer. And the last one. All right, so we have your slope for this one is -1/4. So whenever you have a negative, it goes to the top number, and then we have 2. So what happens here is we have 2, -1 goes down, and then 4 goes to the right. So -1 goes down, 4 to the right. So boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can do the reverse. We can go up and then to the left, and we have our line. Now for this one, we have to go ahead and make it in y equals form. So we move the x over. So I'm going to write it down here. 4y equals, and that becomes a -1x plus 8. And then we divide the 4. Cancels out. I'm going to leave this as -1/4x, and then this 8 divided by 4 is +2. Now if you notice, these are actually the same line. So if I graph it again, +2, right, -1/4, it's still just going to be one line on top of another. So it's just going to look like one line. So that means that they cross, or they cross all the time because it's the same thing. So we're going to say the answer is many. I think they use the word infinite, all right? Infinite. Is that how you spell infinite? I'm not sure. Ask somebody. Infinite solutions, because they're always touching each other. What happens is that you have one line, and then the other line is right on top. So you still only see one line. All right, so whenever you see that, it's infinite or many solutions, one of those two. Okay? And you're just going to go ahead, finish up this other side. Now the y equals line does not go up and down. The y equals line goes left and right. Okay? This one's pretty good. This one, put the ones on the bottom. These are easy. They're just like the ones that are next to them. Now remember, what happens when you have one line is the same thing. And this should be easy enough. All right, good luck.